All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Another blue screen. But markets came down, tapped exactly where we thought it would. Bottom wick back up. Almost the entire range engulfed in a couple of candles. Buy the dip, baby. That's a beautiful place to buy the dip in all seriousness. Low of the day touch with volume. Bottom side liquidity. 100-point launch pad. I mean, that's scalping long is pretty easy. Pretty easy. Right here. Not to mention, if you are on the Bookmap stream and you see all of these orange lines, that is all of the supports from June. Going back weeks and months. It's good stuff. 100 points. Well done, Mojo. Well done, buddy. So all that liquidity was hanging down to 200, came down and popped it, dropped back over. There's very few opportunities on a day like today to strike while the iron's hot, and that was one of them right there. That was one of them. Hasn't been a very good. Hasn't been an easy day to short. You had to be very, very accurate with the short entries, but the long entries have been very rewarding. What's going on with NVIDIA? A lot of crazy stuff. Something's going on with NVIDIA. AVGO has been very green too. So the chip and the chip manufacturers and the AI companies are going nutty today. AVGO has just been launching all day. Now NVIDIA is kind of joining the fun. Nasdaq just bounced 100 points. So, I mean, it's doing crazy stuff. A bit late, like to enter on the pullback. Nice. Very nice, Mojo. Well done. Well done. All right, we have the 29,200 mark still defending this area. Couple of top wicks here, still rolling back over. Once we defend the 200 mark, then all bets are off. It's very back and forth. You've got to be able to weather the chop back and forth to take advantage of these trends. Liquidity is lower, 74.85 in the US, 200 on Nasdaq. All right, 74.91 still creeping over here. Nice little top wicks with volume. That is another high volume top wick occurred at 10:53, and we're triggering back to 200. After that, we're going to test 80, 29,080, and then the overnight low. So far, everything is triggering down. We're going for another test of 152 here. Of course, position sizing is crucial. We just had some weird pump and dump with volume. NVIDIA just went crazy. I'm sure there was some news out there somewhere. Once we gather up to 160, then we'll take it on down to 900, which will be the overnight low area, which would be phenomenal. Who knows when we're going to close actually low, though, because they keep on buying everything. It's a really nice test of Rasky's low. I wish I'd taken it. Nice. All right, still coming off here. So that's a high volume top wick continuing on down. After that, I'll be looking for 145. But that volume candle failed. I really wanted 75.30. Nice. Keep things simple. Keep things simple. Liquidity's pulling down to 200. We broke that. Now it's still pulling even lower. We have a high volume top wick at the lows. And now we're looking for another retest. Keep things simple. New video idea. I see YouTube traders. New traders constantly getting sucked into magic indicators or special TA techniques. What do you think about explaining how to test the idea to see if it works, applies your style of trading? How to test a new idea to see if it applies, like we did. I like it. I could do that. Yeah. You're 100% right. People get caught up in magic indicators and all this crazy nonsense when it literally just boils down to reading price action patterns. So I like it. I like it. Tie into how to back test something, how to incorporate something, how to not incorporate something, how to weed it out. It's a good idea. I like it. Price action's gotten a little tight here. We're hanging out right here at 200. We do have FOMC minutes later this afternoon. Beware. 3C there on gold and still holding it. So we might have a nice long op coming up on Nasdaq on gold. So silver and Nasdaq and ES right now are not doing too much. Still on a downtrend, not bouncing yet. High volume top ticks. Moving lower. There we go. A little bit of red. A little bit of red. Retesting the lows. So no buy the dip yet. We got a high volume top wick at 10.53. Coming down. There we go. So they're still absorbing here for another attempt at 150, and we'll watch the volume as it creeps even lower. There we go, new low, still heading lower. Next target is going to be right down at the 0.64 mark. 0.64. After having my best trading, most profitable day after yesterday, I keep feeling like I'm jumping in from the overconfidence. Hey, it happens, man. It happens. When you go on a winning streak, you know that eventually the odds are going to catch up to you. So you can break those odds by taking a day off or taking it easy. Nasdaq is 29,140. I'm on a hot streak myself, so I'm today, yeah, taking it one trade at a time. 160 coming down, looking for 0.60. Nasdaq, S&P's coming down here too. We got 15 minutes of the London close. Top wick. Still coming down. Looks like calls are going up. Interesting. Well, until you get a high volume bottom wick, you still play short biased here. We had 3 attempts to breach, break, and then coming on down. And now we're looking for 150 After that, down into the 060 mark. No high volume bottom wicks, no longs. Keep creeping it on down. All liquidity is still being pulled lower. We have 74.81. We have less than 20 points until we get down to the overnight low for the S&P. Nasdaq has a bit longer relatively, but it does appear they'll get down there now. They're buying calls and dumping them. Coming on down. 29,105 dropping. Now we're looking for 057 after that. The low of the imbalance from that major candle at 003. Another 100 points coming down. Seems like it's been a slow morning. It was very choppy back and forth. A lot of catch, like Venus flytrap style candles, and now we're drifting lower. High volume top wicks leading to lower prices. Next on deck is going to be the 29,000 mark. Possible for a bounce on gold. That is a tremendously large candle at a very large support. This orange line there at 4042 is a prior support. Right there. This is out of pocket, but have you ever tried just trading based on like Software Hero, other similar programs without watching the candles? Negative. I don't think that's a good idea. What caused a massive dump early this morning? It appears that the Iranian and United States memorandum of understanding has been torn up. Trump came out and said that we are no longer even working with Iran. They're scum. He doesn't even want to talk to them anymore. And apparently the relationships are broken down. At least for now. At least for now. Once Trump gets back into some calls, I'm sure the peace will be back on. Seems like he said that to get in some calls this morning, all the way back up. Yeah, the bottom look was amazing. Oil's coming off. Double top wick on oil. Why does it always seem like gold fails a 3C before the real one? It's possible. With gold, high volume spikes, baby. Super high volume. That's a major level right here, too, 44. Is the last 5 minute candle not a high volume bottom wick? Which name? On Nasdaq here? Yeah, we do have a high volume bottom wick right there. Yeah. Yep, but no higher highs. No higher highs. So for this one, you got to close 162. Otherwise, we're still heading down here. So the 3Cs on a downtrend such as this, you have to higher. There you go. Nice Pine Beach Dan. Keep things simple. That's the beautiful thing about learning. You know, the 3Cs is just a way to identify how to read price action. Learn to read price action, and your life will get much easier. It's either there or it's not. You either have higher highs or you don't. You either have lower lows or you don't. Forget about all the other nonsense and stupid indicators and VWAP and all the other garbage. It's going to lead you astray, man. Just price action. Do what the real big dogs do. Price action. Coming down, 29,090. There you go. Nasdaq's coming down again, 067. Next target is going to be the 29,000. Still going down. Going for 29,000 here. It was an amazing morning for an FOMC day. The trend is pretty strong, 100%. 100%. Coming on down, baby. Coming on down. 29,055. Just FOMC minutes, yeah. FOMC minutes. 29,053. We're almost to the target. My stops get triggered too often because I'm too cautious, but I haven't learned how to place them effectively. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's, yeah. So the theory in the game we're all trying to play here is, you know, the best entry you possibly can so you can catch the big move. You know, I don't want to get caught up in scalping because scalping is not why we're here. You know, if a play turns into a 10 to 20 point win, so be it. But, you know, I'm here to catch 200, 300, 400 points on Nasdaq or 100 points on the S&P. And to do that, you have to size down. You've got to catch the right entries. You have to short highs and buy lows, which is the obvious statement. But in order to do all that stuff, you have to look for the price action to tell you what it's going to do. And I always try to think about the fact that we're not here to watch candles. We're here to think about the order book. Holy smoke, that was loud thunder. We're here to think about the order book, the order flow. Is it buyers or is it seller dominated? That's it. On a seller-dominated book, you short the highs. On a buyer-dominated book, you buy the highs, or you buy the lows. Play one side of the book and figure out where they're going to put the volume on and play those. But if you're going to take the risk of playing Nasdaq, so to speak, you can't have tight stops. If you're playing with a 40-point stop, you're going to get stopped out all the time. I mean, every one of these 1-minute candles are 40-point candles. So you're going to get stopped out on any one of these candles if you're playing with a 40-point stop or tighter. You got to play larger, which means, or you have to play wider stops, which means smaller position sizing. And once you understand that, you'll start to eat larger chunks of profit instead of high leverage scalping for 10 points. Higher time frame analysis, the flow down from high time frame to low time frame will help drastically too. Now, of course, none of that's going to matter if you're just taking terrible entries. If you're shorting lows and buying highs, nothing is ever going to help keep you from blowing up accounts or losing money. That goes without saying, obviously. All right, so that is 11:30. That is the London close. That is our time together is over. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Throw me a DM. Come join the server. If you want to learn more about this, we stream every day at Market Open for a few hours every single morning. Post trades. I'm doing my call outs now again. Come learn how to do some stuff. If not, I'll see you here back next Wednesday for another co-stream of Bookmap and the Options Millionaire. I'm Andrew. I'll see you next week. I'm out.